The Backrooms has taken over the Hive, creating a whole storyline for players to follow. Though many players don't know about the secret lore that this map has, or even the multitude of different variants of this map. So today, we'll be going over the lore of the Hive's Backrooms, as well as many of the secrets that you can find. First off, the lore. Now the lore is quite long and is a bit complicated, so I'm going to go over a quick summary of it. Pretty much starting on June 6, 1986, a company by the name of QCSI would start to have weird things happen in their offices. For example, power surges, coffee machine malfunctions, you know, simple stuff like that. Later on, they would also experience data corruption as well. Then in July, the company would plan to have a Bring Your Child to Work Day. Now, it's important to know that QCSI stands for Quantitative Chemical Solutionals Incorporated, as this could definitely mean something. It's also mentioned in this document that they are making sure that all employees are with their child at all times, and make sure that their child is safe. I find this slightly weird to mention, as they also say to look after your child, especially when visiting lab areas, which for sure means something. Unfortunately, only a couple days later, Bring Your Child to Work Day would be cancelled due to safety issues. Fast forward to October, the company's recreational pool would be closed, and in November, unfortunate events would happen revolving around Lab C37, with several staff members being reported absent, and then silence. A message would be sent, presumably of a staff member walking through the backrooms, as they mentioned wandering aimlessly and not being able to find anyone. From what it seems, we're all pretty certain that this is Eleanor, sending messages to her email, who is an employee at the company, and would hope someone would see her messages. And a whole year later, it's confirmed that Eleanor has survived for this long, with her going even more insane in the background. And in May, it gets even worse for her, with her getting even more crazy. But then, at a random time that is unknown, an email would be sent from the Observer Unit, stating that Eleanor, although being a doctor, was actually a subject this whole time, and was in her second year in the backroom. It stated that her mental and emotional states keep degrading, and that there are indeed anomalies around her in the facility with her, which in simple terms means that there are monsters in the backrooms with her. Though it is mentioned that she has been going through equipment, and has been very interested in a rose that she had found in the facility. And later on, it is implied that Eleanor would start to be aware that she was being monitored by the observers, and they would continue to analyze her behavior, while increasing their security protocols to make sure that she doesn't know that she's being watched. Though only 48 hours later, Eleanor would go missing within the backroom, and the observers had no clue where she went. The last recorded data of her was erratic behavior with an interaction with an anomaly. Because of this, Operation Labyrinth Watch would begin, which would purge all data related to Eleanor and the operation. Pretty much, QCSI was trying to sweep this whole operation under the rug. Even though this was all happening, Eleanor was still alive, going even more insane. Though, Eleanor would leave a final present for us, dapping an outfit that would help us with our journey. And that was it. To be honest, by the time this video has come out, I wouldn't be shocked if the lore has continued further, or even has ended by this point. But I guess we'll have to see. By the way, that was just a short description of the lore that I made, so there's definitely some parts I might have missed out. Anyways, next I want to talk about the puzzles. How were they solved? Let's start with the first puzzle. And pretty much how this worked is that on one of the variants of the Backrooms map, you can interact with a computer and put in a code. And around the map on random computers, players could find QR codes. And by scanning them, you would be led to multiple different sites. From this, players would find a way to solve the code, and that's how puzzle 1 was solved. Pretty simple, right? Puzzle 2 was a bit more different. Players that had done puzzle 1 could emote in front of the mirror on a certain variant and would be able to break it and get a costume. This was figured out because a poem that Eleanor had wrote spelled out emo, and if you do this, you'd get a special costume. Players knew that you had to emote in front of the mirror, as on one of the maps there is a Morse code, which would spell out wave, reflection, water, and IEQNVS, and also hello, are you there? Again, by the time you're watching this video, I wouldn't be shocked if there's another hunt or a puzzle, so just know that there might be more. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, subscribing and liking means a lot and helps me out a lot as well. Next, we're going to go over some of the secrets, as there are a good amount of secrets on the Backrooms map. First of all, on most of the backroom variants, you may spot an Ender Dragon head looking thing, and from what we theorized, people are pretty sure that this is the monster or one of the entities that can be found in the backrooms. This could also be one of the entities that Eleanor found. Also, even more variants have been added that some people don't know about. For example, this is the elevator map, which is a bit rarer from the other variants. This variant has an elevator obviously, and has the computer that also spits out Morse code. There's also another secret room that has a radioactive container with withered roses, which definitely means something, and it also has a computer. Now, let's talk about what these maps are based off of. I'm sure everyone watching this video knows what the backrooms are, but some of the variants on the Hive are based off of different backrooms levels. For example, the general normal maps are mostly based off of level 0. The library area of the map is based off of the false end level. The elevator pool area is based off of level 188. And the regular pools area in the other variants are based off of the pool rooms. And the party areas are based off of level fun. If I had to assume, the garage-like room that is in most of the variants is probably based off of level level 1, as they do have similar characteristics, but let me know what you think. Those are just some of the levels that are actually based off of real Backrooms levels, which is pretty cool. Next, I want to go over some of the theories that people have about the Backrooms map. The first theory is from Witho, who states that the office map in Murder Mystery is actually QSCI's headquarters. Honestly, this makes a lot of sense considering that the Backrooms and the office map are connected, and they do look pretty similar. So honestly, I wouldn't be too shocked if this is the case. The next theories are from Redstone, stating that the Wither Roses from the captured flag lobby are actually related to the Backrooms lore. Because of this, we could definitely see that the Wither Roses is a disease or something that is spread around, or is a plant that people like to experiment with the ships transporting the roses to different places. Another good theory Redstone makes is that the Backrooms costume you get is called the Anomaly Explorer, and another costume called the Ender Fox costume comes with a hub title called Anomaly Detected. In the description of the Ender Fox costume, you can see it also reads Anomaly Detected as well. Honestly, I think it would be really cool if the Ender Fox costume was actually an entity in the Backrooms or something. Lastly is a theory from the goat Yara Boy, who states that the dragon heads around the map are meant to be the surveillance equipment that QSCI puts up to monitor Eleanor. This would be pretty crazy if this is true. By the way, huge thank you to the Hive Backrooms community Discord server for finding a lot of the things in this video. This video would not have been possible without this server, and I recommend you join if you are somewhat interested in the Backrooms hunt. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and like as it helps me out a lot. Be sure to join my Discord server and subscribe to my second channel. Anyways, have a good day.